Guardian.
Second generation Sentinel support equipment attracts kaiju by sending out decoy signals to enemies around it, tricking them into thinking it's the terminal to draw their attention.
That is the most sophisticated looking sad thing I've ever seen. It looks simultaneously complex and weak and worthless. Like, it looks like the end level droid in Star Wars universe. Like the highest possible R2-D2 type. Like this, it's completely pathetic and worthless with just little roller tank treads. You know? The shape is very unintimidating and sad, but it's made up of lots of shinies.
I guess it's doing a good job of being a decoy.
Yeah, it really is. It's distracting to look at.
Look at this thing, it's so weak. Ah, shit!
House key?
House key. The key to the apartment that Tomi Kisaragi lives in. A disc cylinder key for a luxury apartment prepared by Shikishima in 1985. Oh, yeah.
It's the key she said she had. She pulled it out for a second and went, I have this one. And
that's what you're looking for?
Yep. And it says 5 on it. Or V. For victory. The key to victory. Or something.
Key to my heart, key to my V.
Okay, well, you see, there's low-hanging fruit, and then there's Reggie who comes up and picks it up off the floor.
I stepped on it accidentally.
Yeah, you didn't
I was
even.
like, oh, it's still good.
It was so obvious
It's
that
still
we were.
good,
it was
Woolie.
so obvious
It's still tasty.
that
juicy.
it was. It was so obvious that I challenged you to find funny in a different way. And Reggie couldn't hear me because he was too busy flinging his own poop.
Let's go. Okay. I'm good. I'm back. I'm back. I'm saying again. All right.
RPFs, Apsos.
That's good.
Don't be immobilized. Do it in 60.
Well, we always do that.
Yeah, we do.
So
Apsos are fucking annoying. They're the shield generators. So we want to target those. And RPFs are going to be rolling. So we know what's up.
strawberry crepes.
All right, we're going to deal with a whole lot of bowls here no matter what. So let's minimize our bowls.
Holy moly, yeah.
Let's minimize our bowls.
Damn. It's a lot of red.
Mm-hmm.
So Apsos.
The invasion ends here.
Let's see. Juro's gonna be back, so let's bring in Ryoko. And Tomi's gonna be out.
Yeah, we need to think for the next wave as well. Huh?
Exactly. I gotta balance it out. If we bowl out Tomi, Megumi is gonna come back. We're still gonna have access to them. The fourths are gonna be fine. Thirds are gonna be half and half. Firsts are in rare form. Yeah, okay, let's do this then. Let's bowl out one of the thirds.
No problem.
She has the super large missile, right?
As does Mira.
Leave it to me.
Okay. Right, okay, that's fair.
They both have it.
Yep. So you can use one of them.
Okay, got it.
Because you want to save some of the good stuff, right? For the next wave.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait. Do we have chips?
We do.
Okay.
Forgot.
How many terminals we got left? Looks like 4. Nothing for it. Outnumbered as we are, we have to cover them all. It's the only chance we have. At least until Miyuki Inaba reconnects with us. Let's do our country proud, Amiguchi. Show these fiends the courage of Japan.
Yeah,
I'll hold them back.
about
No matter
that.
what.
You're an inspiration to us all, Yakisoba Pawn Angel.
Hijiyama-san, could you stop calling me that? Daimo signatures incoming. They're here.
Looks like duty calls.
Japan is 5 degrees of separation from not being real.
That's the true pride of the
Like,
Stare death in the face and laugh.
Excuse me, but the ladies are kicking butt out here too.
Hey, works for me. Kill my kaiju too. Knock yourself out.
They're within range now.
think about how fake the Japan he's thinking about is.
All fibs.
Like the layers of like he's thinking about the Japan of this planet in the 1940s, you know, and in truth, he's sitting in a robot watching a projected reality.
Yeah.
Like fucking, ay.
Whatever drives you forward, man. Whatever keeps the sauce going.
Okay. Definitely.
Okay.
Your turn.
Gotta keep it together.
Mhm.
I'll just need help.
I guess life comes at you fast.
Okay. What's the plan? Clean him up.
Let's see. I'll make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, Natsuno.
I'm gonna guess
Gotta keep it together.
this direction.
Number 12 moving out.
Yeah, that's
This
good.
isn't so hard.
Able to target multiple locations from that
So,
area.
What's my next move? Let's
There it
turn
is.
this around. So, what's my next move? Number 16, moving out.
Unbelievable. I'm acting like an amateur. What next?
Okay,
Now, the practice round's over. You're just small fry. Yes. What now?
Okay.
Your turn.
More interceptors.
Clean them up.
More interceptors.
You have a gotta keep my spirits up. Hold up. How's that? This is all pretty
Okay.
freaky. Let's
Seems
turn
like it
this
can be
Give it a
handled.
second.
down quick.
Sentry.
Need help.
There you go.
I can do this.
Give it a second.
Take this. How's that?
Easy.
Senseless.
This isn't so hard.
Now.
Back towards the other front.
Oh, she's too far forward.
Oh, that can happen. Okay.
Yeah. She's too far forward. Yeah, get yourself... do this, and then get yourself closer to the terminal.
So many.
Alright.
Are we winning? Hold still. Bullseye. Enemy down.
Kaiju ahead.
Still not used to this thing.
Alright, what's firing?
Not much on this side.
Someone just launched missiles. Yeah, alright, move up in this direction. Distance? Yes.
Nice.
Brawling Prodigy.
Practice round's over.
Alright, you got some distance. Unless the circles can get a converge. It might. Yeah, get yourself down there.
What next?
Oh yeah, we're moving.
Number 12. Hope I can
Alright, interceptors.
Takamiya low on EP.
Yeah.
No fight I can't win. Okay, what's the plan?
She's got a counter.
Still not used to this thing.
Defend yourself. Or move back and defend yourself. Because you can fly.
Number 21, on the
Let's go,
move.
Natsuno.
Alright.
Hold up. Get it.
Hey.
Yeah. Let's try.
Okay, let's do this.
This isn't so hard.
Move back.
It's all pretty freaky.
Retreat.
Number 16. Moving out.
Sentries. This side.
So many energy waves just popping everywhere.
Yeah. Alright, you know the deal. Really?
Still standing.
That's impressive.
Almost. Oh, it's dead.
Pressure's on.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Oh!
Are we winning?
Wow.
Oh,
It survived?
Hold still.
You saw.
Bingo. That's some power. I'll make it work.
Easily bored. Alright, just get over
I
there.
guess life comes at you fast.
It's not gonna survive.
Number 12, moving up.
Yeah, you won't get there.
Termination of enemy signals confirmed.
A million interceptors and sentries go pop, 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 pop.
And that was under a minute, wasn't it?
Hell yeah.
Aegis activated. Terminal closure.
Imagine a 60-second mecha battle. Just
That would be devastating.
like the actual chaos of seeing this shit unfold in real time.
Aegis activated. Is anyone too compromised to keep fighting?
We barely had a moment to breathe. The girls may be pushing their limits.
Takamiya, say some shit.
I'm still okay. I can keep fighting.
There are 3 terminals remaining. We can protect 2 of them with Aegis. But we're on our own with the last terminal.
How much longer do we need to hold out?
We need to re-establish a connection with Miyuki Hinaba. That's still 10 hours off.
10 hours we don't have.
But her plan is our last hope. Then we fight to the last. Until we have nothing left.
The kaiju are heading for the next terminal.
Brace yourself, Keitaro. We are soldiers. And this is the moment we train for.
And Okino has already said what he said, right?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We'll hold the line.
Oh, that line's ruined forever.
So we made it through.
Hold it. Hold it.
Hold the door. How you gonna fucking ruin Hodor, man?
Gone.
I won't lose to the kaiju.
No, you won't. 30. Atonement. The War of the Worlds.
Too slow, buddy. Yeah, now they have so many abilities that they're just constantly proccing.
Yeah. Like, even if you're, like, not, like, actively trying to, like, trigger them, stuff is happening.
Yeah, which is
Like,
perfect.
alright.
Alright. Repair emitter.
And I'm still not sure why you would turn off a skill. Maybe there are some particular
For extra
skills that
difficulty
are
on
like-
purpose.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bunch of tryhards.
Well, I mean, no, you can. There's games where they do where you can, like, yeah, you can, you know, reduce things to make it harder. There you go. We're locked anyway. We're locked anyway, so that was the right move.
Finish the story.
Finish the fucking story, assholes.
This is it.
Wait. Okay, we're in it. Okay, wait, no. Wait. I just wanted to see if... Yeah.
Strawberry crepes. This cream-filled crepe is a bargain, considering for how many strawberries you get for the price. Yori Fuyusaka, Tomi Kisaragi, and Mirako Sawatari enjoy this on their way home for school. Known for a shell that's sweet and crispy up top, while soft and moist at the base.
Damn, I'm kind of... You're fuck. Shit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of craving one. You know the one that used to be right next to the arcade downtown? On
Paris Crêpe or whatever?
corner of St. Catherine and Crescent.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had a little, like, outdoor side, like, thing.
Yeah.
So you could, like, almost do, like, a drive-by crepe.
Yeah. There's a circular little grill thing that they put.
Yeah, when you're like, oh, you craving a crepe? Well, you can get one as you walk by.
Yeah.
You don't even have to come inside. Is opening a door too much commitment for you? Then just grab one and go, you know?
Repair emitter. Second generation Sentinel support equipment. Once placed, this giant device shoots off numerous tiny drones, repairing the damaged portions of nearby Sentinels.
Wow, look, now we even see how it's put together.
Yeah.
Even more pathetic.
And that's it for the blues.
All right. Now let's talk about crepes as if we didn't just see this fucking thing pop up. As if the coveted 2188 scene wasn't about to start. Satellite orbit.
This data is that you, Goto?
Oh!
It's been a while.
Oh, fuck! Finally!
The last time I saw you was 2 months before my death. Roughly a year ago, I think. Chairman Ogata. An AI construct based on Chairman Kengo Ogata. Why would this be in Morimura's files? I see. So this is how she managed to raise all those funds. She must have used this AI to access the Shikishima chairman's hidden network.
Kengo.
Not quite. I'm afraid that was originally my idea. The good Professor Morimura was only following my orders. So all of this was by design? Your design? Leaking the prototype nanomachinery to the black market. The catastrophic consequences. You're the one who exploited her. If you blame anyone, blame yourself. We were so close to losing Project Ark entirely. Now we must prioritize the project above all else. I'll finally have my second chance at life. You were planning on downloading yourself into a clone. A brave new Earth is waiting for me. I won't let you do this. What is Professor Morimura doing now? She's dead. By that hitman's hands, I presume. That's humanity. Self-destructive to the very end. Only a few survivors left now. I give them 3 days at most. My deepest condolences for your imminent death. Shut up, Construct. Your project is over. Unfortunately for you, the Ark is already set off. It's still within comms range. You don't have clearance. I refuse to let an AI control the future of humanity. Not of the survivors, the ones who would have clearance.
Alright, so step one. Shout outs to Ogata for being raised by that and turning out the way he did.
Yeah. Pretty decent.
Well, then again, the Ogata of this world is kind of a confrontational dude who seems to not be super great based on the few things we've seen of him. He's shown up and waved his badge around. But all things considered, you were raised by a person with supervillain cadence. Yes, my son. Have you had your breakfast today? Did you get your report card? You know, it's a little bit much. Are we looking at one guy? Because the interesting thing about this is Gouto 2180, Gouto 88. Let's just call them for short.
Okay.
Gouto 88 has been very much the subject of a handful of logs that imply horrible things about him, up to no good. So him having a sort of resistance here still makes sense, because it's against someone who's fucking seeping evil out. But yeah, Kengo Ogata. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so this data is that you. It's been a while. Last time I saw you was 2 months before my death, roughly over a year ago, I think. All right, so remember when we were getting confused by the change of hands in the movie? So it seems like upon Kengo's death, you know, our boy took over, but Gouto was still in whatever job capacity he was working in, because
yeah, I wonder, eh?
I mean, does it imply that chairman is not the chief executive officer? You know? Anyway, we'll check the stats in a second. The point is he's around. It's been a while, over a year ago. An AI construct based on Kengo Ogata. Why would this be in Morimura's files? I see. So this is how she managed to raise all those funds. She must have used this AI to access the Shikishima chairman's hidden network. Yeah. Okay. So what I was wondering, because Morimura 88 keeps talking about hypocrisy, and it makes me think that, like, when I hear that, it sounds as if it's like in this state of like the final moments of humanity, some people are still trying to figure out how to reinsert their consciousness back into the new world and survive, and that is the hypocrisy. It's not just about starting a new seed for the human race.
Yeah, it's not about the others, it's about themselves.
It's about getting your own consciousness back online, right? And people putting secrets over, like, the, you know, what few survivors are left, to rig the game for themselves in that way. Not quite. So she didn't use this to access the chairman's hidden network. It was my idea. The professor was only following my orders. So all of this was by design. Your design, leaking the prototype nanomachinery to the black market, which caused the downfall. The catastrophic consequences, the end of the world, the end of humanity. You're the one who exploited her. If you blame anyone, blame yourself. We were so close to losing Project Arc entirely. You exploited her. You came in, you were trying to cover up what was going on. You bought Newman Inc. We were so close to losing the project entirely. Now we must prioritize it above all else so that I can live again. You're downloading yourself into a clone. A brave new world awaits me. I won't let you do this. She's dead. By the hitman. Self-destructive humanity. Deepest condolences. Yeah, okay. So you not only sabotaged the project to bring yourself back, you architected... Yeah, one guy.
Straight up.
The final guy.
Yep. We've reached...
Ogata's dad is the final guy. In one scene, in one 30-second conversation, final guy has been revealed. Huh. A hint at his existence, but no elaboration beyond that up until now. Just a simple statement that He worked for Shikishima. He was on the board of directors. And Ogata took over for him. Not even mentioned here.
Not at all. Maybe a bit lower?
Not even mentioned. No, well,
No, they would put it right
under
there,
what
right?
entry?
Yeah,
Under what entry?
exactly.
Like, this is the only place it would be.
Yeah.
Goto's Theory 3. Interesting.
So, suppose I am the professor. Then what?
I want to know the truth.
Don't we
I
all?
want to know the reasons behind all of this. But that seems unlikely. I imagine you're not inclined to tell me anything.
And why's that?
It'd be inconvenient for you if we had all the facts. Considering you're trying to eliminate us. From the very beginning, you never intended for this world to survive.
Yep, we're still not thinking about the food on the table.
I'm not hungry right now.
It, like, literally just don't even engage with it.
No.
It might be booby-trapped.
Yeah.
It might be poisoned.
Mm-hmm.
If Operation Aegis succeeds, a world reset will no longer be possible. This operation goes against Professor Morimura's agenda. She will stop at nothing to prevent it.
Oh, look, there's a hook attached to that food that you put on the table.
This refers to the humans who can control the UFO's mainframe. Those compatible have nanomachines implanted in their bodies. 3 months prior to the Newman Inc. incident, Newman was acquired by the conglomerate Shikishima. With these interlocutors, apparently some kind of nanomachine information technology, they've become one of the world's top megacorps.
Yeah, the problem with the final guy... Well, here's the thing. Any one guy can become the final guy, but the final guy is a one guy with access to immortality technology. If someone will stop at quite literally nothing to never expire, and there is a means by which they can accomplish this, they will.
Yeah,
do
they'll
it.
try.
1000%.
Yeah.
And resort to anything to keep that going. Again, I feel like Ghost in the Shell explores this in a really good way many times, especially certain parts of Standalone Complex.
You think I'm trying to destroy the world?
I do.
So you think I'm enabling the kaiju now? Even though I've got more reason to hate them than any of you?
That is true, at least. You're clearly not on the kaiju's side. After all, they are a threat to your primary objective, which would be to carry out the plan you formed in 2188. However, that plan may now be untenable. The situation has deviated too drastically.
I mean, just spitting facts, you know, like lining it up. This is what it is.
Ooh.
Recall when I brought you to the underground UFO? I believe you said something like, it was out of your hands.
Damn. This guy's better nose than me.
Godlike.
Yo.
Yeah, he's just, yo, you sure Goto's not a secret Johto? You know? He's got those fucking off-screen, off-camera. I fucking thought 9, 10, 11 steps ahead of you.
This is the mainframe of the UFO?
It's also very Danganronpa.
Yes.
Honestly, Okino-kun, you can't take anything else in life seriously. So why do you put so much time into all this?
Okino.
Just talking to myself. More importantly, look at this mess.
No.
Something unpleasant must have happened here.
Most likely.
Oh, that was a maternal comment. Right? That was mom criticizing. Despite the fact that she won't even fucking say that she's mom. Coward. Oh, listen to this fucking 80s music going. Escape from New York. As Kurt Russell fucking rummages through the you know, the orange horizon.
They've all been shot. External damage suggests the weapon was a phaser. They're all out of commission. Too damaged to function.
I see. Let's get started then.
Is it really possible?
I have a fairly comprehensive grasp of this system. This abnormality all comes down to the decode, right? I should be able to get rid of it.
What if Okino... Nope. Nope. Never mind. Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say it, but then we just ignore it, okay?
We keep going after.
Alright. Alright, so like what if they're only describing their local situation as opposed to the entire global situation? Right? What if they're just talking about them and
What they know.
In a particular thing? That's not necessarily everything. Alright, doesn't matter. Moving on.
Why would Miss Morimura push for Operation Aegis if this was an option all along?
It's the weakest plot gun blast ever.
It's like,
Fucking, I ran out of bird. I had buckshot at the beginning. Somewhere along the line, I switched to birdshot, and now I'm just like, what am I putting in there?
you're just blowing at birds.
I'm throwing rocks. I'm throwing rocks now, man. It's fucking plot rock.
Why would Miss Morimura push for Operation Aegis if this was an option all along?
God, Goto rules.
It's pretty
Thank
good.
you for doing that immediately. What a great question.
She's either being controlled by someone, or she could be trying to save herself.
That's not right. Hold on. That file system hadn't even been analyzed yet. How did you gain access?
I have a senior admin ID. Access privileges for the entire system.
You somehow got access to an account that high level?
Yes, I have my ways.
Yeah, of course. She has fucking Kengo's AI.
Sector 3's mainframe has been damaged in an attack. It's barely operational. I won't be able to process much here. Well, not much choice.
This is early on.
Instructions to the command ship.
This is because this is a memory.
The mothership in orbit. It can send commands directly to the UFO.
Is it? An Ark? Some grand design from the people of the future?
Either that or a base of operations for an alien invasion.
Damn. Even back when he didn't understand everything going on, hanging off of every word. If Goto was playing this game, he would crush it.
The command ship is cut off. Must be hiding somewhere beyond the horizon. Looks like about 35 minutes until the comms reconnect. But we don't have that long. Time to find another link.
Will this fix cut off the Kaiju's attacks?
It should be able to solve the problem at its core. However, we can't stop any commands that were already processed. That's out of my hands.
Which means we'll still have to deal with the Kaiju already generated. We don't know how many the factories have produced. If we could just verify their numbers. We're going to need the Sentinels after all.
That may be best.
Shadowface.
Yeah.
Operation Aegis is too much of a risk.
In other words, the decode's activation is a blow you cannot recover from. No matter how you try to fix it, your plan is irreversibly impacted. The most direct fix would be eliminating the decode. Then, you would just restart the loop anew. That would revert the situation back to the original plan, which is, in essence, your goal.
You're overthinking this.
That would revert the situation, which is, in essence...
You're overthinking this.
Alright, pause for screenshot. There we go. Yep, let's sum it all up.
In order to trigger a loop, you need them to destroy all the sector's mainframes. And therein lies your goal. You want this world destroyed so the timeline can be reset. But you have one major obstacle, and that's Operation Aegis. If Operation Aegis succeeds, a world reset will no longer be possible. This operation goes against Professor Morimura's agenda. She will stop at nothing to prevent it. Aegis isn't just an ordinary defense system. It causes a terminal to seal itself off in self-defense, preventing anyone from using it to control the world. Once all the terminals are sealed off, we'll be severed from the mainframe, effectively preventing any further loop or extinction. But if that happens, your plan is null and void. We'd be stuck in a loop where your goal was impossible.
Fine then. Let's say all your wild speculation is correct. What do you plan to do about it?
Let's backtrack a little bit. We discussed the suspect of Miss Morimura's murder, and you asked me who I think did it.
Yo. G-Man on the fucking case. That conversation ain't finished yet. Let's go. Child murder. Let's go.
If you actually are Professor Chihiro Morimura, then I believe you personally murdered Miss Morimura.
Did I now?
She was a staunch advocate of Operation Aegis. A thorn in your side, someone in the way of the reset.
Interesting theory, if also an incorrect one.
Believe me, I understand why you'd view me with hostility.
Objection.
Certainly Renya Gouto was responsible for chasing you out of Newman, even if it was on Shikishima's behalf, a buyer simply eliminating liabilities. After that, you took the lead on Project Arc, under Kengo Ogata's oversight.
Okay, how would you have? I guess logs. He just has all the he just has the logs to look at. Yeah.
Ogata, of course, being Nenji Ogata's father, and Shikishima's chairman, who recognized your talent. He passed away in 2187. His age caught up with him. But the other Kengo Ogata is perhaps more relevant.
That would be so. That means that like that means Ogata took over in the year before 2188. Then he took over in 87.
Okay, yeah.
So like everything happening that was based on an 88 report, he was already replacing the chairman at that point. So if anything, Could we just be getting confused by the terminology? And is it simply that they're all board members and all board members are just called chairman and that's it?
That's possible.
Right? It's not about like, oh, he led the company.
So he's a
or,
chairman. No.
you know, Goto led the company. Maybe is it just as simple as like they were both board men?
That's possible.
You know? Board members.
Yeah.
The one you created after his death using his memories. An AI construct. You were letting it control you.
Why?
I was just getting advice. Dug that out of a log, too?
Yes. Renya Gouto found that AI. The log was recorded in the colony after your death. Once your clone reaches 18 years of age, you set it so that she'd download your memories. It's clear this project was not a selfish endeavor. I'm sure you felt a sense of duty to save humanity. But you were also trying to bring Kengo Ogata back to life.
Once she turned 18. Okay, well that clearly didn't.
So Professor Morimura takes over Chihiro Morimura's clone. And presumably, Kengo Ogata would take over Nenji Ogata's clone. That's why you're so intent on sticking to the plan. Certainly, from your perspective, Miss Morimura was expendable. She had to die. Her very survival endangered your ultimate goal.
Well, that is a shame. This isn't ideal, but you know too much.
I mean, we're waiting for the moment. Clearly. like, at what point is the child gonna pull the gun out? Of course she's gonna do that. More importantly, you see that man right there?
Mm-hmm.
You see those sharp fucking eyes with the glasses on them? Who do you walk up to a murderer and call them a murderer without a contingency plan? Do you do that without?
He's gonna whip out a katana or something.
You whip out a fucking walkie-talkie and you go number 13, take the shot. You know? You just have a simple or just a little like a warning little like psst, like right in the dirt in front of you. Just be like, yeah, no, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. We're not alone. QED.
Come on now.
It's really good.
Oh,
Chihiro.
she's just entered as Chihiro.